Bonjour YouTube, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle vidéo React de live pour du coup la version 4.3. En quoi ce que j'en attends, c'est du coup ce qu'on a pu avoir dans le discussion des développeurs, Navia, chevreuse. Et en soi je me suis vraiment pas spoil. Genre, je connais, mais vraiment rien de chez rien. Donc, franchement, tout bénef. Donc, ce sera la surprise totale. On est en live sur Twitch. N'hésitez pas à venir. On est, ma foi, très sympathique. Le lien est en description. Et puis, sur ce, j'ai envie de dire qu'on est parti.
Okay, everyone. I assume that you know why we're here, right?
Of
Check
course.
the perimeter. The coast is all clear.
All right, then it's time. Time
Fort.
to shop for the latest fashions at Chioria Boutique. Huh.
Ouais.
Don't you think something sounds a little off about that line?
Yeah, this is Chioria Boutique that we're talking about. I feel like we need something that sounds, I don't know, a little more extravagant, maybe?
We'll have to
Yeah.
talk about it later. The lights have been turned on and the audience is already here. The program is starting.
Oh.
En vrai, chevreuse, je sais pas quoi m'attendre de sa part.
Welcome to the Genshin
Là où
Impact
Navia,
version
j'ai vu les
4.3
leaks.
special program.
J'ai vu les leaks de son gameplay en tout cas.
As you can see, our show is sponsored by
Et
Chioria
chevreuse,
Boutique,
la seule
one
chose
of
que
the
j'ai
leading
vue,
fashion houses in
c'est
Fontaine.
qu'apparemment
But
ce
before
serait
we go
un
any
genre
further,
de Bennett.
let's take a moment to watch the
Ah,
version
la
4.3
bande-annonce.
trailer.
Vas-y.
Camera operator, that can be a pretty technical job. Are you really up to it?
J'aime. Il y a des chats, j'aime.
Wait, you put no thought into finding a good camera angle, and the characters weren't in the shots.
Let's go. Fufurina.
I am Navia, the president, leader, commander-in-chief,
Hmm.
executive director, and boss of Spina di Rosula.
Oh, j'aime bien la musique. Oh. Putain, elle a un gameplay très stylé, c'est vrai.
Umbrella warfare, I guess. Fire!
My pronouns are USA. Ah. Pour ceux qui l'auront.
Cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready.
Whoa, Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Props and lighting set the scene. Actors can get their makeup done. Extras go over your positions.
Oh.
Camera ready. Get the clapperboard.
Oh, you are très jolie, madame.
To your position. Lights. Camera.
Action.
Enough, villain! Pay for the death of our mother!
You're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough
Bon,
to defeat
on
me?
sait déjà qu'il y a Yaka.
Crimes are evident.
Oh, la musique. Ah, lancière. Ah. C'est un choix intéressant.
Your weapons.
Putain, je sais pas dire c'est quoi, c'est Usia du coup.
Not bad. The actors' emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. We'll move on to the next scene.
Yoimiya.
Really think you'd get away?
Chevreuse.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
Non, vous avez pas le droit de faire ça, Yoimiya, je l'aime trop.
That was beyond mesmerizing. Let's make a film that'll make some serious
Ils ont pas le
waves
droit de faire ça.
Not the kind
Oh,
of waves that
putain.
count.
Oh,
I mean, the good kind of waves.
j'ai capté trop tard le truc. Oh,
Welcome back to the version 4.3 special program, everyone.
Recoucou.
I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of Lumine, and
Vous
today
m'en serez pas
I'm
douté,
joined
dis donc.
by...
Hey everybody, I'm Brenna Larson, the voice of Navia, president of the Spina di Rosula, and
Ouah, la voix est
Erica
tellement
Beck, the
différente.
voice of Chevreuse.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the first time we've had
Par
you two
contre,
on the
pardon,
special
mais sur l'image,
program.
chevreuse, elle est plus mise en avant que le 5 stars.
Okay, so actually,
C'est un peu
we have a
drôle.
tradition on the program
Non,
where
non.
we all get to sing everyone a little song.
Non, t'es vraiment pas obligé de chanter.
Okay, nice try. I've seen the special programs before.
You don't want to sing a song? We can sing a
I
little
love
song
singing,
about
listen.
Genshin. You know, Genshin Impact. No, okay.
Ooh.
Back to business.
Ouais, vraiment, reviens-en au sujet,
Okay,
s'il te
like we
plaît.
mentioned before, this program is
Pas besoin
sponsored
de
by the
chanter.
Chioria Boutique. So while we're sharing content from version 4.3, I also wanted to get some inspiration for shooting commercials for the boutique.
Ouais.
We don't want to let our client down.
Yeah, and speaking of new content, we can't have a new version without introducing some new characters. As you
Évidemment.
already saw in the trailer, Navia and Shavras will be our new playable characters.
Ouais, c'est ça.
I'm sure many of our viewers are already familiar with Navia after seeing her
Of
throughout
course.
Fontaine's Archon quest. But who
Bien
is
évidemment.
Shavras?
Who indeed? Other Fontaine characters have already mentioned
Dis-nous
Shavras
tout.
before in their voice lines, but
Du
Shavras
coup,
will
l'ancien
finally be
Pyro,
making
si
an
j'ai bien
official
compris.
appearance in version 4.3.
I'm so excited!
So exciting.
Oh, by
Allez,
the way, what do you think
montre-nous
of
le
letting
truc.
one of our characters from the new version take the lead role in our commercial?
Oh, well, I mean, if we're shooting a video for Chioria Boutique, then I think Navia would be an obvious choice. After
Oui.
all, Navia's clothing was designed by Chiori herself.
Wait, Erica, that was actually a really natural sounding product placement for Chioria Boutique?
Bien
You're
évidemment.
amazing at this!
I know it sounds like product placement, but Chiori really was the designer who created Navia's outfit.
Et elle a vraiment du
Next,
talent
let's
pour créer
have
un
a
truc
look
comme
at her
ça.
fashion show.
Ooh, and by fashion show, we mean her character showcase.
Ouais.
I always say that blind optimism isn't the answer. If you want a bright future, you have to go out and seize it with your own two hands.
Elle kick une Claymore quand même. Hein. Même si on dirait plus une hache qu'autre chose.
This one's got your name on it. A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
En vrai, là, son gameplay, je le trouve très stylé. Mais je sais pas si
Alright,
je la
can we
jouerais
take a moment to
vraiment.
appreciate how
En vrai.
perfectly Chiori
Si jamais
customized
je
Navia's
l'invoque.
clothes and accessories to reflect her personality? She clearly pays a lot of attention to the small details.
Bien
Erica,
sûr.
I love how seriously you're
Clairement.
taking the sponsorship. It's really great.
Important.
While we're on this topic, though, Navia's parasol seems pretty interesting. On the outside, it looks like a delicate accessory used to block out the sun, but on the
Alors
inside,
qu'en vrai, ouais,
there's
c'est ça, c'est un
actually
gun.
a secret firearm that can be used to ward off enemies at a moment's notice. It's elegant and fierce all at once, just like Navia herself.
Ouais, of course,
Exactly.
just like Navia.
Even when it comes to her enemies, Navia is not the type to eschew basic etiquette, so she prefers to maintain appropriate distance while in combat. While using her elemental skill, Navia opens her gunbrella and fires multiple
Gunbrella.
Rosula shard shots that can pass through opponents, dealing geo damage upon a successful strike.
Ooh.
For a period of time after
Uh-huh.
using her elemental skill, Navia's normal, charged, and plunging attacks will deal increased damage and become infused with
Okay.
the power of Geo, which cannot be overridden.
Now, when Navia's in combat, there are these little markings around her that look like bullets. I wonder if that's some sort of ammo for the gunbrella?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
canon brèche, je viens de
you
dire le nom
guessed it.
français.
When a
pas
character in
con
the
du
party
tout.
obtains an elemental shard created from the crystallized reaction, Navia will gain crystal shrapnel charges. Navia will consume these charges after unleashing her elemental skill. Her skill
Ouais.
damage increases with the
Ouais,
number
c'est
of
ça.
charges that she's accumulated.
Oh, okay.
Attends, mais ça veut dire qu'elle joue à partir de cristallisation.
Becomes more powerful if she
Wow.
works together with other characters in the party to trigger the crystallized reaction.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great.
Navia's elemental burst calls forth the Rosula Dorata Salute, which unleashes a massive bombardment on opponents in front of her, periodically
Ouais.
dealing geo elemental damage. I should also mention that Navia will accumulate crystal shrapnel charges at certain intervals if she strikes enemies with the Rosula Dorata Salute.
Ooh, now that salute is spectacular.
Ouais.
That's awesome.
I heard that the Spina di Rosula likes to perform firearm salutes before important negotiations. You know, as a way to celebrate future success. And don't misunderstand, you guys, it's not an intimidation tactic at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's just the Spina's way of showing respect
Mhm.
in their own way.
Yeah, totally.
Ouais, dans
Not
leur
intimidating
propre
at all.
manière, on va dire.
As the
C'est ça.
president of the Spina di Rosula,
Ah,
Navia is always
oui.
trying to collect the latest intel by exploring all corners
Okay.
of Fontaine. When Navia is dispatched on a 20-hour expedition in Fontaine, rewards gained will be increased.
Okay, so we just mentioned that Navia is the president
Let's
of the Spina di
go,
Rosula.
quête Navia.
So I think
Ah, en
we should
plus,
bring
ils
up
se sont
Spina's
fait chier
contributions
sur,
to averting
sur
Fontaine's
l'esthétique
prophesized
du
crisis.
titre. J'aime
I
beaucoup.
mean, it was all thanks to Navia's leadership.
Exactly. Some people even lost their lives during that disaster. I'm
Silver
certain
and
that those events
Melus,
weighed heavily on Navia, but
they
she
have
remained
died.
tough and committed to leading the Spina.
Yeah.
Malheureusement.
While we're on the
En
topic
vrai,
of Fontaine's
je les
crisis,
aimais
though
trop.
the prophesized dangers are over, the town is probably still busy rebuilding everything, right? I bet
Bien
Navia's gonna be
sûr.
occupied with that for a long time.
Oh, definitely. That's something that travelers will be able to see for
Oh non,
themselves.
ça va.
Navia's story
Je veux juste
quest,
pas
the
que ce
Rose and
soit
Multiflora
juste
chapter,
de la
will become
reconstruction
available in version
pendant
4.3.
toute la quête.
The
J'ai juste pas
Spina
envie
will
que
be
ce soit
working
ça.
diligently to rebuild Poisson. Though repairing the houses will be straightforward, the emotional distress
Oh
may
là
be
là.
much more difficult to address.
Je sais pas
If
si
you're
je vais bien
curious
aimer.
about how Navia and her crew are going to proceed, then be sure to check it out.
S'il y a un truc de
so
gestion
excited.
d'émotions et tout, comme on
I'm
avait
looking
pour
forward to seeing what
Leila,
happens. Okay, so now that
je sais
we've
pas.
introduced Navia,
Ouais.
it's time
Montrez-nous
for Chevreuse
Chevreuse.
to be in the spotlight. Okay, I know that
Ouais,
since
c'est
she's
ça,
a
Pyro.
newcomer, you probably can't wait to learn more about her. So let's get right into it.
Okay, how should I introduce her? First off, Chevreuse is the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. It's a Fontainian
Ouais.
organization that handles all sorts of difficult cases and dangerous criminals.
Ouais, elle est forte, quoi.
She doesn't like to appear in public without good because so if you happen to run into her, it's likely that you're in some sort of trouble.
But as long as you're a law-abiding citizen, there's no need to worry.
No need to
Chevreuse
worry.
is
Ok,
actually
ok,
really
doki
easy to get along
doki.
with outside of work.
Montre-nous un peu
Feastos
comment
are
on joue.
just the best snack. They're easy to carry with you and go with so many sauces.
Oh, putain, là, elle lui va hyper bien en termes de design. Eh, deux persos Ouzia du coup en vrai dans la même.
Hands where I can see 'em.
Dans la même mage.
What? That was so fire. And I'm not just talking about her skills.
Hahaha, t'es trop
Oh my
drôle,
gosh,
meuf.
look at her idle animation. I love that she loves snacks. That is so
I
awesome.
love that she loves.
She gets it.
Ok,
She
ok.
gets it. She really does. She's not exactly
Attends, c'est
what
moi
you'd
ou elle a un
expect from the
casque
captain
genre
of
de
the Special
musique?
Patrol, though, right?
I guess that's
Au niveau
kind
du
of
coup.
true. I mean, Chevreuse' work as a captain can be really
Ouais, on dirait
stressful.
vraiment
I
ça.
can't blame the girl for indulging every once in a while to relieve some stress. She even adjusts her training regimen to make up for her snacking habits. In fact, she trains more than any other member of the Special Patrol. Her platoon really admires her for that.
Wow. Okay, she's got some willpower. That
Ouais.
is awesome. She's really admirable.
The Special Patrol prioritizes combat ability above all else, so the organization often attracts some eccentric personalities.
Okay.
Ouais, les personnalités
The Special
excentriques.
Patrol used to have problems with insubordination, but ever since Chevreuse took control, everyone has fallen into line, which does not surprise me at all. She
Comme
commands
c'est
respect among
bizarre.
her peers, and she's a formidable fighter, and she leads by example. Though she demands excellence from her platoon, she holds herself to even higher standards. She always tries to
Bien
be an
sûr.
example for others to follow, whether it's investigating cases or in marksmanship practice.
And it looks like a
Ok.
lot of her skills involve using a musket. She must be a pretty good shot.
For sure.
Allez,
Chevreuse
expliquez-nous
and her
tout.
musket are basically partners in crime. They're inseparable. She definitely knows her way around a firearm. Chevreuse uses her musket to fire at opponents during her elemental skill.
Ouais, juste
For
ça
a period of
tire
time after
quelqu'un.
unleashing her elemental skill, Chevreuse will
Ah.
continuously restore HP to the
Ça
active
restaure
character
d'une
on the
façon
field.
continue.
During her elemental
Que les
burst,
siens.
Chevreuse fires an explosive grenade with her musket, which will split into secondary explosive shells upon impact. Haha, impact.
Whoa. Wait, I noticed that Chevreuse has
Ah, putain,
bullet-like
comme Navia.
markings around her during combat. Can she shoot a special type of ammo?
That's right. Chevreuse obtains an overcharged ball when a nearby party member triggers the overloaded
Ah.
reaction. Holding Chevreuse's elemental skill will consume this special ammo to unleash an even more powerful pyro attack that covers a larger AoE. This attack
Ok.
will also grant an attack buff to all pyro and electro characters in the
Ok,
party.
ça c'est bien.
Okay, so that's where the name Overcharged Ball comes from.
Chevreuse actually came up with the name herself.
Oh.
She was reading a novel where the protagonist
Ok.
believed that names held a lot of power.
Donc
If you
globalement
give
c'est un
something a
boost pour les
cool-sounding
teams
name,
surcharge
then
quoi.
you've given yourself an advantage
Pas
over your
forcément
enemies.
beaucoup joué je
That kind of
crois.
logic resonated with her, I guess.
Well, I guess she has a point.
Oh, I should also mention what happens if Shavras is paired with all Pyro and Electro characters. If
Ouais.
your party contains at least one character of either type, then triggering the overloaded reaction will cause an opponent's Pyro and Electro resistances
Oh.
to decrease.
Ok.
Okay, so it seems like Shavras could really shine in an overload team
Oui,
comp.
clairement.
I also did notice that Shavras isn't solely limited to a musket. She also uses a polearm in combat. Okay,
Ouais,
honestly,
une lance.
if I were a criminal, I feel like I'd be pretty nervous if she came after me.
Oh, for sure.
Bah déjà, si un
Most people who have something to hide
Imaginons
avoid her like
qu'il y ait
their
des
lives
persos
depend
qui
on it.
sortent dans
And
la vraie
maybe
vie.
it does.
À quel moment tu ne
In all
t'inquiètes pas s'ils
seriousness,
viennent à
though,
toi
that's
pour
why
se
Shavras
battre?
trains so hard. She has to be able to catch a wide variety of cunning criminals who try to evade her at all costs. So when
Ouais.
Shavras is in your party, stamina consumption from sprinting is
Ok.
decreased.
Oh,
Ça,
I
c'est bien.
love that.
These two new characters are great.
Je
Both
suppose
of
vous
them
allez nous
make
montrer les
great leads
bannières,
for
je
a commercial.
suppose.
I don't know, it's so hard to choose.
I know. And I will make this even harder for you.
Oh no.
We're about to take a look at what event wishes that travelers can look forward
Oh,
to
elle va
in version
tellement pas être en même
4.3.
temps que Navia,
Candidate
chevreuse.
pool for the lead role of our commercial is about to get even bigger.
Oh,
my
no. In the first half of version 4.3, travelers can look
Oh,
forward to
putain, je
event
l'avais
wishes
dit.
for Navia and Ayaka. A new 5-star Claymore, Verdict.
Ouais,
will
faudrait
also
que
be
je vois si
featured
elle
in
est
the
forte,
weapon
sa
event wish.
Claymore ou
In the
pas.
second half of version 4.3,
Ok.
we'll have returning event wishes from the Raiden
Mais
Shogun
Yoimiya,
and
elle a un
Yoimiya.
traitement
During
de
this time,
merde.
Shavras will also
C'est pas
receive
possible
a huge
autrement.
drop rate boost.
Yay.
Be sure to check them out if you're interested.
That's awesome. Travelers can also look forward
Ah.
to two new artifact sets in
Ah,
version
Désarté.
4.3. Songs of Days Past and Nighttime Whispers in the Echoing Woods.
Ouais,
Be
mais
sure to
vous,
keep an
vous
eye on
montrez
future
pas...
announcements to learn more about them.
Ah, vous
This
montrez
seems
pas
like
ce
the
que ça
perfect
fait.
time for our first break. We've shared a ton of information so far, and I bet travelers could use some time to digest it all.
You're right, for sure.
Definitely.
Let's take a break while we take a look at the second group of redemption codes.
Ouais.
The version 4.3
Code
special
d'échange.
program is brought to you by Chioria Boutique and will return shortly.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome
So,
back.
we thoroughly
Oh,
discussed our
une
casting
arme.
options for the Chioria Boutique commercial. But
Ok.
the content of the commercial is also important, right? Do you have any ideas?
If we're making a
Ok.
commercial for Chioria Boutique, then how about we
J'espère que ce sera
include
une
some event
bonne
footage
Claymore.
of Chiori?
Yay!
Chiori is actually going to appear in the event for version 4.3.
What?
Hmm.
While the travelers have been able to see her store in the court of Fontaine, they'll finally get to meet her in person.
Yes, I know.
Wouh!
Travelers can also look forward to meeting
Ouais.
Ayaka and
Et
Ayato.
ça,
in Fontaine.
Ayato, j'ai hâte.
Chiori suggested that they should stop by, so here they are.
So cool.
Hey, this is actually the perfect time for a word from our sponsor. An Inazuma-born fashion icon, Chiori! Chioria Boutique is your one-stop shop for the latest and most influential fashion in Fontaine.
Hmm.
That is right. Chiori is acquainted with the Kamisato siblings because she's also from Inazuma. She
Ah,
actually
tout s'explique.
introduced Ayaka and Ayato to Xavier and recommended that they
Xavier,
make a trip to Fontaine
au lieu
for the
de
Fontanalia
Xavier.
Film Festival.
So exciting. Will you tell us more about the Fontanalia Film Festival?
Donc ça, ce sera le main event, je
Fontanalia
suppose.
Festival was established to commemorate the
Festival
legendary Lost Knights.
cinématographique de
According to the
Fontinalia.
myths, they went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Archon Egeria to Fontaine.
It's one of the
Mhm.
most important festivals in Fontaine.
Ah, on
Like
fait
what the
un des
Wind Moon
festivals,
Festival
ok.
is to Mondstadt, and Lantern Rite is to Liyue.
Ah, so exciting.
The
Ok, donc un
Fontaine Film
festival, let's go.
Association proposed the Fontanalia Film Festival earlier this year. And during this time, the public may submit films for evaluation.
J'ai tellement l'impression
The entry with
que
the
ce sera
highest
vrai.
score will be given
Genre
the
qu'il y a un
Farina
truc...
Award by the association.
Well, we can see Farina working with Ayaka and the others here. So wait, does this mean that there's a chance that Farina might win the
Oh,
Farina
non, ouais.
Award? Okay, now I'm
Je
intrigued.
connais déjà la fin, Furina va gagner le prix
I'm
Furina, c'est
sorry, but
obligé.
I'm gonna have to leave you in suspense. If
Ils
travelers
vont
are
tellement
curious
vouloir faire
about
la
what
vanne, je
Ayaka
suis
and the
sûr.
others are doing in Fontaine, or how Farina fared, you'll just have to play the event when the new version becomes available.
So we know that several friends from Inazuma will be in Fontaine for the
Ouais.
Fontanalia Film Festival, but travelers have so much more to be excited about. Travelers will also
Ouais,
have
bah
the
voilà,
opportunity to
montrez-nous ce qu'on
participate
peut
in a
faire vraiment
variety of
pendant
activity
l'event.
booths during the festival.
Oh, j'espère la quête
Each
sera
one
pas
will
trop
have a
longue et
different
chiante.
theme.
Ooh.
So cool. The first activity booth is the 1000 pace interdiction arc minute sharpshooting zone.
S'il vous plaît,
In
dites-moi
this
qu'il y aura le
activity,
cache-cache.
travelers will use the special security and surveillance patrol simulation device to practice targeting and shooting
Oh,
opponents.
ok, je vois.
The Special Patrol wanted the public to experience how fun target practice can be.
Ouais.
The second activity booth is called Trick Shots, Tricky Lights. In this activity, travelers will use the studio's special lighting effects to film a fight scene. Take advantage of the buffs brought about by the special lighting effects to defeat an endless stream of opponents and obtain a higher score.
So cool. Those special
J'ai
lighting
pas trop
effects are
capté ce
really
qu'il
giving off
voulait
old
faire
school
là,
vibes.
par contre.
Navia's movements are also super smooth. It's all so atmospheric.
Oh, for sure. But not everyone is enjoying the fun and games. Travelers will meet a contract employee at the third activity booth. She needs some help with her demanding client. During the activity Extreme Drive, travelers will help her test out stabilization mecha balls.
Look at how the traveler chases
Oh,
after those
j'adore.
stabilization mecha balls. Okay, I bet that contract employee can relate since she's being chased down by that client.
Totally.
Stabilization mecha balls seem pretty ordinary, but they're actually very agile. They'll automatically avoid all testers by
J'aime
moving in the
beaucoup.
opposite direction of your movement. You can find jump boosters
Ça
around
peut
the
être grave
testing
cute.
grounds. Travelers can use them to jump higher and further, which is perfect for quickly traversing to the other side of a stabilization mecha ball. Travelers in co-op matches will have to find a way to herd as many stabilization mecha balls into their target area as possible within the time limit. The more mecha balls that end up in your
Ouais.
area, the more points you'll earn.
The fourth activity booth is called Into the Frame. In this activity, travelers will get to shoot their own scenes by experimenting
Oh.
with different camera positions and narration techniques.
Ok, tu fais toi-même un genre de
Oh, we get to
film.
make a movie! That's awesome.
Yeah.
Travelers might
Pourquoi
remember
pas?
helping out Xavier with some filmmaking back in Inazuma, but this seems more professional. Wait, maybe this can be the inspiration for our commercial.
Oh.
Now that I think about it, a Fontanian man went to Inazuma to shoot a film. I guess international travel can be a source of artistic inspiration.
Bien
That
évidemment.
must have also been true in Shiori's case, since she opened Shioria's boutique in Fontaine.
Ooh, that could be a strong theme for our commercial. Actually, Ayaka and Ayato aren't the only
Désolé,
Inazumans
j'écoute plus du
traveling
tout ce qu'elle
abroad
dit,
in version
je regarde
4.3.
ce qu'ils font. Hein.
Koki Shinobu just arrived in Liyue for her class reunion.
Yeah, and Ito decided to tag along as the boss of the
Oh,
Arataki
oh,
gang.
oh, le
And
combat de Scarabuto.
Onikabuto with
Oui.
him. I think he plans to train
Oh
Beetle
oui.
for
Wow.
battle. Yeah.
The Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Boot Camp. That name is definitely
Ah.
very Ito.
Right, for sure. And there was also a beetle battle event in version 3.4,
Ah oui, c'est
right?
ah
Beetle
oui.
battles against a super powerful beetle battler. I believe his name was Grandmaster Hanakado.
Yep. Grandmaster Hanakato made an
Let's
impressive showing during the
go.
last Beetle Battle event. This time, he's made the trip to Liyue with Ito. It seems like the two of them have met a mysterious new Beetle Battle Master.
What? Who is it?
Oh, let's
Tell us,
go.
I'm sorry, I can't give that away. Travelers will have to discover their
Ça
identity
compense s'il n'y a
during
pas le cache-cache pour le coup.
Aside from meeting this mysterious new Beetle Battle Master, travelers can also look forward to new ways to battle. While the movement and charge mechanics remain unchanged from the original event, travelers can now also instruct Onikabuto to use Guard to defend against Electro Bullet and Jet Stream attacks.
Ah.
Make use of the movement, charge, and guard strategies to topple your opponents no matter what they throw at you.
Ok.
Master them, and you'll be ready to tackle the ultimate trial of the
Let's go.
strong.
Ça va être grave fun.
Ooh, Trial of the Strong. Travelers can look forward to encountering an old friend in the Fontanian countryside. That's right, Ullman came to Fontaine and he brought his treasure map and treasure-seeking Sealy along with him.
Je sais déjà laquelle je prends.
Our mini Sealy friend is back!
So cute. Travelers can help restore the Sealy's vitality by absorbing energy from the locations that are marked on Ullman's treasure map.
Ah
In return, the
ouais.
Sealy will guide us to the locations of buried treasure. After collecting ancient iron coins during this event, you can exchange them for various rewards, including a mini Sealy in your preferred color.
Ooh.
Je
Okay, so
suis
in the
très
event
content.
preview, it looked like some of the treasure is located underwater, but when I first arrived in Fontaine, I discovered that Sealy couldn't follow me underwater. Is this treasure-seeking Sealy different?
That is very observant of you.
Oh, thank you.
Deux events qui pardonnent, ça me va clairement.
In this iteration of the Lost Riches event, a new mini Sealy named Brilliance will be available. This new mini Sealy can travel underwater.
Amazing.
Oh, let's go!
Treasure isn't the only thing that you'll discover in Fontaine's countryside. You might also come across a mysterious domain guarded by a unique swordmaster who searches
donc
for
là,
the
de la
meaning of
baston.
battle. During the Dance of Resolute Will, travelers will get the chance to participate in combat challenges. Each challenge stage will contain 2 rounds.
Ok,
Travelers must select their party compositions before the challenge starts.
je vois.
One of your chosen characters must be used in both rounds, but no other character can be repeated.
Oh, okay.
After you complete a Blade Dance objective during a challenge, you will obtain a heightened verve buff. Defeating opponents while heightened verve is active will grant you more points.
And
Okay.
another old friend is returning in version 4.3. That's right. It's
Liben! Let's
And if
go!
Lieben is around, then that must mean we'll have a chance to trade a bunch of items for primo gems again.
Ça, c'est un des events que je préfère.
Exciting! Okay, so it looks like Lieben isn't the only old friend we'll be reunited with in version 4.3. Several familiar faces will be joining the
Oh,
Genius Invocation
Signora.
TCG. After this
OMG,
update,
elle est
travelers
peut-être pas
will have
morte
the
au final.
opportunity to challenge characters
Pardon.
around Fontaine.
Pardon, elle était
A new
tentante.
Fontaine-themed table customization will also be available.
Ah oui!
I'm so excited to see players challenge some Melazines.
I know, so exciting.
Oh putain, t'as du combat
Travelers
contre les
can look forward to
Mélusines.
the addition of several new cards, including 6 new character cards,
Waouh!
plus 5 new monster cards, such as Dvalin, Signora, and Ajdaha, will be obtainable from the
J'ai pas envie
corresponding
de faire
tavern
Asda
challenges.
parce que ça va
But
me
that's
faire
not all.
peur.
The Forge Realms Temper event will also be making a reappearance, and
Ouais.
there will be an update to the heated battle mode. Be on the lookout for future announcements.
There's TCG content to look forward to outside the game as well.
Oh
The
là.
Genius Invocation TCG Asia Invitational will
Oh,
officially
in
begin in
Asia.
January 2024.
Mm.
Travelers
Oh,
can look forward
dommage.
to some friendly competition between 16 of the top TCG players all across Asia.
Oh!
I heard they're some of the best in the region. So cool. Be sure to follow the Astro Carnival X or Twitter account to stay up to date on the latest news about this epic
Okay.
showdown.
Oh my gosh, this is all so exciting!
Well, hang on to that feeling, because we're taking a short break to
Troisième
look
code.
at the next group of redemption codes.
Ah mais en
We'll be
fait
back
on est
to sharing
quasiment
more
à la
exciting
fin en
information
fait.
about version 4.3
My
in
bad
just a moment.
là-dessus.
Hey! Welcome back, travelers! We've
Ouais,
introduced
recoucou.
a lot of content, and we've gotten a ton of
Et
inspiration
qu'est-ce que vous allez
for our
pouvoir nous
commercial.
présenter maintenant?
Honestly, our promotion is definitely shaping up.
Totally.
But before we reveal our new idea,
Ah oui.
let's dive into the system optimizations that the project team has prepared for version 4.3.
Okay.
Ouais, je connais
First, we have
certains
some
des trucs.
artifact-related
Il y a eu
optimizations
la
to introduce.
discussion
With an
des
ever-increasing amount of
développeurs.
artifact sets to choose from, many travelers may have been hoping for a better and quicker way
Ouais.
to filter and locate desired artifacts. After the version 4.3 update, travelers can check out artifact set recommendations for a given character. to see
Oh
what
putain,
artifact
j'ai
sets
cru
different
qu'on
players
avait
have been
enfin
choosing
les
for that
sets qu'on
character
voulait.
recently.
That's cool.
In addition, an automatic locking function has been added.
Ah.
Now, when filtering artifacts in your inventory, you can lock the artifacts that fit your filter specifications in batches. With the automatic locking function, newly acquired artifacts that fit your locking criteria will automatically be locked when added to your inventory.
Oh, that's awesome.
Travelers
c'est
can have
bien.
up to 2 preset auto-lock plans for each artifact set. Travelers can choose their own or follow the recommended settings summarized for active player data.
Ça
Since
c'est
it may
grave
take some
bien.
time to collect the necessary statistics, new artifact sets will not feature recommended locking settings immediately.
Okay.
Yes. Of course, if you can lock artifacts in batches, you can unlock them in batches as well. Travelers
Oh,
can look
okay,
forward to
ouais.
both of those features in the new update. That's not all though.
What?
Travelers will be able to sort artifacts by 3 different attributes.
Ouais.
Plus, the artifact enhancement screen will allow travelers to
Ouais,
add a
tu peux
greater amount
enfin
of
mettre
enhancement
directement
materials at
pour le
once.
plus.
An enhancement
plus
limit
4.
feature will also be available. Hopefully, these optimizations will not only make artifacts easier to find, but also quicker to level. Be on the lookout for future announcements to learn more.
The project
Ouais,
team
bah
is
globalement en
always
vrai,
working
là
hard
tout
to
ce qu'ils
address your
disent, ça a
survey
déjà été présenté dans la.
So, travelers should
dans la
look
discussion
forward
des
to further
développeurs.
artifact-related optimizations in future version updates.
Les donjons, c'est que tu respawns pas au tout début. Genre tu respawns plus proche du challenge après avoir récupéré les
The project
récompenses.
team has made adjustments to provide
Ouais,
smoother
ça
ascension
c'est
and
encore
enhancement
mieux.
experiences for travelers. When you level up a character, enhance an artifact, or enhance a weapon, you no longer have to click so many pop-up windows.
Oh, that's awesome. As a new player using a few 1 and 2 star materials to level artifacts, the whole process might feel a
Ouais.
bit slow, especially with pop-up
Oh
windows.
putain, ils ont fait la même que Starry
This
pour le
new
raffinement.
optimization significantly
C'est génial.
reduces the amount of pop-up windows that we have to click through. So travelers can look forward to a much smoother enhancement and leveling process. The
Ouais.
next optimization has made it easier to repeat domain challenges. Previously, travelers who tried to continue domain challenges would be sent to the entrance of the domain. This meant they would have to
Et
run
là,
all
non.
the way to the center to start
Et là,
the
tu
challenge.
commences dans le
But
donjon
after this
direct.
update, travelers who choose to continue in a domain challenge will load right next to the area where you actually start
Ouais, ça
fighting,
c'est vraiment
which is
bien par
amazing.
contre.
So happy farming, everyone!
Ooh, this should make it way easier for players to farm artifacts for Navia.
Oh yeah,
True, true.
definitely. In
Et one
addition,
click,
version
quoi?
4.3 has made it easier to
Ah oui,
clear
dans
your quest
la
backlog.
dans le truc de The
Our
Chasm.
Conquest Chapter 2 Act 4, In the Depths, An Unexpected Reunion, takes place in the underground mines of the chasm. In the past,
Mais c'était
travelers
pas
had to
chiant un
complete
peu
the
parce
world
qu'il fallait
quests,
faire trop de
chasm
quêtes.
spelunkers, and the
Ouais,
Heavenly
c'est
Stones
ça.
debris before being able to proceed to the Archon quest. In this update, travelers no longer need to complete those 2 world quests. Instead, travelers can speak directly to the miner who issued the commission to unlock a teleport waypoint.
Franchement, ça je trouve
It
ça
will
bien.
take them to the corresponding area and automatically trigger the next steps of the Archon quest.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. This will hopefully make it easier for travelers to quickly progress through Archon quests.
So cool.
Ouais,
So
ça
that'll
c'est
make it
bien pour les
significantly
nouveaux.
easier for new or
Plus
lapsed
pour les
players
nouveaux
to
que pour
access
les
the
anciens
Archon
parce qu'en
quest and
vrai,
claim those sweet
bah, la
intertwined
quête
fates
d'Archon,
as
je l'ai
fast as possible.
bah, toutes les quêtes en vrai, je les ai déjà faites donc bon.
Also, one-click
Ouais, et
expeditions
ça,
will be available starting in
ça,
version
j'ai-
4.3.
ça va être
This
tellement
will allow
incroyable.
travelers to claim expedition rewards and repeat expeditions with a single click. Travelers will also be able to claim processed ingredients and forged items with a single click.
Ah, tu fais
Oh,
claim all,
sweet.
ok, ouais.
That's gonna make it easier to collect rewards from Catherine.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a ton of other
Ah
quality of life
oui,
improvements in this
ok,
update.
ouais, c'est
For
génial.
example, optimizations have been made to enemy tracking with the Adventure Handbook and character selection logic during crafting and forging. In addition,
Huh.
when performing mystic offerings, travelers will now be able to add artifacts in batches. There's
batches,
a lot to look
c'est-à-dire?
forward to, so be sure to check future announcements for more information. Okay,
Ouais.
moving on from optimizations, a new Fontaine-style realm layout will be added to the Serenity.
Oh,
Simply purchase the corresponding items from Tubby to unlock it.
Ah, it looks like an aquarium.
I know, right?
Oh.
Travelers can use ocean currents to travel between the islands in this layout. Some islands even have ponds that travelers can use to keep fish.
It looks like a
Oh.
cool underwater
Je vous dis direct,
kingdom.
ma sérénité
So
hier, ça
pretty.
devient ça.
I know. And they'll be even prettier once travelers have the chance to make them their own. I'm so excited to see what everyone's going to come up with. Especially
Ouais.
my friend's teapots.
Ah, you just want to copy their designs, don't you?
I don't know. Maybe.
Waouh,
I knew it.
I have another
incroyable.
piece of super exciting news to share with everyone.
Ouais.
I know, right? The annual
Ah, le
Genshin
concert.
Impact online concert, Melodies of an Endless Journey, is coming soon. Yay!
Yay!
I heard this year's concert is going to celebrate Genshin's classic melodies in an entirely new way. Let's take a sneak peek at some of the amazing
sneak
moments
peek.
that this concert has in store.
Vas-y, tease-nous bien le truc. Pas mal du tout. Après moi, je joue chaque instrument en même temps avec mes pieds, mais bon, c'est pas une compète quoi. Non, mais en vrai, ouais, ça, c'est très joli. Du, du, du. Du, du, du. Ça a une vibe un peu animée, sans que ce soit animé. Bon, on va pas trop avoir d'infos sur l'animé, je suppose. J'ai
The
l'impression qu'ils ont
2023
laissé tomber
Genshin
l'idée.
concert held in Shanghai last September will also be online soon, so
Ah,
stay
cool.
tuned, travelers.
Whoa, so we have 2 online concerts to look forward to?
Yep. Further
Ouais,
details
let's
will be
go en
announced
vrai.
across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts, so be on the lookout for more information. At the end of version 4.3, travelers can also look forward to the
Stellar
release of the
moment.
4th Genshin Impact character OST album, Stellar Moments Volume 4. The album
Pourquoi
will
ils ont
feature
rajouté
26 character songs
Paimon
created by the Hoyo Mix
elle
team.
y était sûrement au début, mais
We're
bon.
finally getting I'll Hate Them and Wanderers
Ah
OSTs.
ouais.
Yep, and Farina's song too. Her song All the World's a Stage has already been getting a ton of love.
Ouais.
That's awesome.
Le monde n'est qu'une scène, let's go. Le monde n'est qu'une scène, il vaut mieux rire que pleurer, car le rire est le propre de l'homme.
Okay, well, that's all the new information we
Riez
have
de
to share
chaque
about the update.
instant,
So,
ne
I
vous
guess that means
inquiétez
it's time
pas,
for the version 4.3 special
profitons
program to come to a close.
aujourd'hui.
But we haven't even come up with a plan for our Chiorio Boutique commercial.
Actually, we've already finished shooting it.
You're right. The
What?
special program was a pretty good commercial. I'm certainly not going to forget the name
Let's
Chioria
go.
Boutique after this.
En vrai, avec ce
Oh my gosh, we really
enfin,
did
ce
cover a lot of
qu'ils ont,
important
ce qu'elles
information
ont, je sais
today.
pas trop
For
comment
sure.
dire.
The most important
Ce
part
qui
is
a
our
été
final
montré.
word from our sponsor, Chioria Boutique. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Bah, en vrai, ça me va.
I just
Je suis
wanted to let
content au
everyone
vu
know
des
that I'm
events
so
qu'on a
excited to
eu.
be a part of Genshin Impact, and I cannot wait for all of you to meet Chevres.
Chabraz.
I
Mhm,
feel
mhm.
exactly the same. Can't wait to see more Navia in her fighting action.
Yeah.
And also, can't wait for little swimming sealies.
Yes.
Ah oui.
So
Oh my
cute.
goodness.
And I think the new mini games are really fun, especially the one where we get to make like a little movie. I love it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I am just so
Ouais.
glad that the three of us have been able to do this special program together. This has been
Je
so
sais pas
much
si je suis
fun.
hype ou pas en
Really
fait
fun.
pour.
That's all we have for the version 4.3 special program. I hope that everyone's looking forward to experiencing all this
la
exciting
mage.
new content for themselves. Be sure to check it out when the update goes live.
T'inquiète, ouais, on va clairement check it out.
Right, bye guys. See you later.
See you, bye. Oh, waouh, 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 waouh. C'est magnifique ça. C'est magnifique. On va clairement laisser cette image de fin là. Non mais oh. Du coup, sur ce YouTube, eh bien merci à vous d'avoir regardé cette vidéo jusqu'au bout. On se retrouve la semaine prochaine pour une nouvelle vidéo. Et puis à part ça, que dire si ce n'est, encore une fois, n'hésitez pas à venir sur Twitch. Les liens, enfin le lien est en description, tout comme les liens vers mes autres réseaux que je vous invite également à suivre. Je pense avoir globalement fait le tour. Donc sur ce, ciao!